Hey, it's Russ Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Fall of Delta Green, the Borellus Connection, Episode 6. A slight delay because of real life issues between the previous episode, the beginning of Operation HORUS Hours, and the part 2 of this, continuing on as the agents have landed Tahiti, but as we begin are reboarding the airplane to continue on their journey. So let's just go ahead and reintroduce everybody. So, Aaron, how is your character dealing with the mission so far? Well, who is your character first?
Thank you right now, too. My character is Gina Lan. This tells you how long this has been. She is a Vietnamese American who works for the CIA undercover as a translator. Mm-hmm. So, she's been dealing with this as well. But, seeing a couple fights, a guy who was gone insane, and then she was told that he was being potentially controlled by some other entity on the plane is stress related. So it's been a test of will not to drink water, to continue to drink water and not just down every bottle of miniaturized soju that they have on the plane. So
all right,
just saying.
Fair enough.
Lynn went from Vietnam to Texas real fast. Gina Lan, you out chasing him unspeakable horrors again?
You know I am. Get him.
We're in the right mood for
Cold too.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We've all been, got a bit of cabin fever from being, snowed in.
We're doing the Boyhood form of role play where we record our play of traveling the world in real time.
Yeah. Next up, Chris. Who is your character? How are they feeling?
My character, I'm feeling terrific. My character, David Nelson, the American veteran FBI investigator served briefly in post-war Germany, encountered unnatural weirdness on pursuing serial murder. On this flight, I'm discovering more about my character. I think I think him trying to be be proper and focused on the mission, and he's finding out things about himself he's not very proud of, he's not very happy with. And he's finding out he's a very sweaty abuser when he wants to be.
All right.
Yeah, sadistically torturing the guy sitting next to you to get more leg room. Until he became possessed by a monster. It was pretty great.
Yeah. So, I'm doing my best to keep it together, but I'm finding that, cutting loose gets results once in a while.
Yeah. And next up, Tom.
Yeah. Me back playing Marcus Abrams again, former Army pilot. Now on this plane, not flying it.
Yeah.
And doing his best to... I think this might be the most stressful I've ever had in this job. Like that whole combat mission in South Vietnam. No, this is more stressful.
Oh yeah, what about it has stressed you out so far?
It's sitting down for long periods doing nothing.
Not the possession part.
I was almost happy that happened. Okay, good. Okay, so shit's still happening.
Not be in control of the plane that you're on.
No, I'm just watch it. Looking for the people we need to and killing time, listening to the Cult Tua podcast or something.
There's no such thing as a podcast.
A reel-to-reel tape?
Yeah.
Just catching up on the stories.
Yeah, there's real.
That's why Nixon tapes start playing.
Which is why I use the name. Yes, which is why I call it.
Oh, you're the guy who was bleeping them. You're just like, oh god, I have so much work to do. There's
cutting up.
Takes like 6 hours to do 1 minute.
Watergate was the original podcast. Change my mind.
It's a reel-to-reel tape of an enhanced interrogation.
God. Just swinging out of the gates. Yeah, I love it.
I like this one. I said, the Cult Tua podcast.
The Cult Tua podcast.
Fuck off.
So I just love spitting on cultists. Don't you?
Yep. Moving on, Caleb.
I'm playing Eli Munny. He has consumed 2 bottles of champagne, all of his non-Tahitian cigarettes, and the entirety of his travel cocaine. So it's going to be a long flight.
Yeah, you have like 80 hours left.
There's only 10 people on this flight so far that I've identified that have a reason to kill us. So
there's so
we
many
are
more.
we are not even halfway through the manifest.
We can improve those numbers.
Yeah.
We got time.
So before you all leave the Tahiti airport, I guess we can go over, is there anything else you want to do? I can't remember who did talk to Nathaniel, or who did
I
Nathaniel.
believe that was Marcus, Tom's character.
Okay, yeah, you talked to a French photojournalist, or a person who claimed to be a French photojournalist, Nathaniel Legua, and he is very energetic and talkative and very just sunny and cheerful. Yeah, there are new people getting on board. Was there anything else you want to do before you get back in the plane?
Let's see.
Because you've identified a couple people, like you said, around 10 people of interest in the case. And
I'm assuming they took our friend who was possessed off the plane now. So
yes, he has been taken off the plane. Are we getting whatever medical treatment they can render in Tahiti, and probably arresting them too? For the whole like bloody knife, attempted murder thing. So yeah. I don't think. Okay, so if nobody has anything else,
Well, I just want to make sure. So like we know, or we think we know. That it got on the plane in Hong Kong. That's why we got on a plane in Hong Kong.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. The artifact that you were...
But the buyer could be getting on somewhere along the route?
No, you think the buyer's going to meet the courier at LAX.
Okay.
Well, they're at Los Angeles. You think it'll be at LAX because that's the soonest they can possibly meet them. You don't think that the courier is going to go to someplace, and I mean that seems to be the reasonable thing. Do it at an airport where there's lots of people around. It's more anonymous than driving to someone's house, or whatever. Also, it's a public place. The courier is less likely to get ambushed and killed by the buyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all I would be doing since we have the manifest in a piece of paper, would be like very careful to try and figure out who exactly is going from Hong Kong to LA. Because those are the most suspicious. That's like the most circles in the Venn diagram you have to serve with variables. And like the easiest answer for that is, well, they're there for the same reason we're there.
Yeah, so
I'm more suspicious of them than Tahitians.
Yeah, that's fair. The tattooed man that you've identified, he's definitely doing that. The extremely large man.
The tattoo man.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both going there. The people... So remember also you're broken up to two teams. You and Marcus are up in first class, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And then David and Gina are in the back, the very last row. And the people...
With an open seat now.
Yeah, with an open seat now, yeah. Oh, yeah, the guy who had the psychotic fit was a draft dodger. Yeah. That's why he's so nervous around David. And the people in the row in front of you are all going to LAX. And Millicent is, the lady who talked about Moo. Pierre is there anybody else you want to know?
I imagine all of the Chocho cultists.
I didn't say anything about that. Those are your words.
Sure.
Yeah.
I imagine all of the...
all the ones that are sitting in front of us.
Yes, I said the people sitting in front of you are all going to LAX. I didn't say anything about them being cultists or anything like that.
You're right. That was my bigotry.
That's your interpretation of the evidence.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're all going to LA.
Gentlemen from the same village that have the corpse dust.
Yeah.
And the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any other relevant. But if you ask, I can look it up. So because you do have the manifest, you wouldn't have that access to that information. So you all get back on board. Yeah. Gina.
Trying to think too, because I also trying to remember right now if I had. With pharmacy, had I gotten a thing of chloroform the last time around? So
yeah, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Sure,
okay, I was trying to
you can have a little jar of chloroform as a treat.
Well, basically, what I want to do with it before we get around, because I did spend on pharmacy, so I can get that if I remember correctly. So hopefully, the tape evidence backs it up.
Hey, you know what? I'm impressed. That's how you get through the flight.
But I am also draining some of the travel alcohol bottles, cleaning them out, and then filling them up, and then distributing them along all of us, so we each have one on hand.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you all have enough to saturate one handkerchief with chloroform.
Oh man,
hopefully don't kill
for me.
Which is
Left pocket chloroform.
Someone
right
with
pocket booze.
Yeah.
Left pocket chloroform.
You need to work out like a system.
Man, if this is a fate game, you want a fate point? As a pharmacist, that shit doesn't work very well.
Just remember, brown, drink it down.
Oh no. Also keep in mind you're broken up into 2 pairs, but you have rigged up a very simple Morse code system,
I did rig that.
which actually is one thing I had a note of. You will have to do something at the airport to swap in new batteries, because this is a jury rigged system and you've had it on and off and you're not sure if the batteries are going to last the entire flight. You can go to the gift store and get new batteries, but someone will have to go to the gift store, buy some batteries, then go to the bathroom and do some hasty crafting spins or rolls.
It'll be me. I'm the one that rigged this up in the first place.
All right. Yeah, you had one rig, right? Which of the 2 of you had the other rig?
Let's see.
I guess that's the real problem. Is you can fix yours, no problem. I'm saying the real question is either
Me in the bathroom.
Wait, was it mechanics or 2?
mechanics. Yeah, I would
I
have
have 2 mechanics. What do you?
Okay, I'm looking for mechanics.
Well, who
now.
had it,
I
Gina
got
or
4
Dick?
mechanics.
Okay.
Who had the rig tape on their leg? Which of you has SIGA?
Well, you would know Morse code
Yeah.
already just from being in the
Yeah.
For
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
have again too as
So,
well, but
yeah.
that's
okay, yeah, if we didn't write down who had the rig,
Yeah.
I could say either one of you can have. I mean, you could swap out
Yeah.
either
Well,
way.
It's easy enough to meet in a bathroom.
Well, I mean, if you had
go to
it-
the second stall, I'll go to the third. Pass
Yeah.
me your shit, and I'll. Yeah.
No.
so. And probably at this point it would be more for David just because going into.
So
the
do
next
you?
bathroom, so.
Yeah. So one of you who has you said mechanics or some kind of mechanical.
Is there no way to get the batteries and get them both to Tom's character?
I guess if it's David, he does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you're both in the next bathroom stalls to each other, swapping battery.
doing the
rigs.
old
Yeah.
the old Minnesota bathroom stall.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I guess you could do that then. That's an awkward amount of time on the toilet.
Dude.
Wait
As
for
long
my-
as we run on a plane, that's not weird at all.
Yeah.
It's an airplane toilet. It's awkward.
No, this is
anyway.
at the airport.
We're,
This is
we're at the airport.
Oh, okay.
I am certain white people have done worse in Tahitian airport bathrooms.
Yeah. That's fair. But
Weirdly, they were treating it as
Yeah.
like a mile-high battery transfer.
Well, we're on the ground.
all right. Yeah. I guess that would be a
We'll do that
reasonable
later.
plan.
Okay.
So you can do that. So yeah, all right, we're back. You all file back into the plane. Everyone is
Super jazzed to be back on this plane.
yeah. So as let's see here, you landed at dusk, and so you leave a couple hours later. It is night, and you are on your way to Easter Island. Yeah, what are you going to be doing? It's a long section of flying. Who is going to be trying to get some sleep? Who's going to be staying up and trying something?
And so, if you want to go ahead and get some sleep, so David, I can stay up right now and listen to our friends in the front and see if I'm just going to overhear them and then be in a way to intercept if necessary. So
For no resistance, I go right to sleep.
yeah, and I'll take charge of the. Of our
It
training.
was exhausting scaring that child.
And
Or was it exhilarating?
All right, so Gina's staying up, David's sleeping. Now for you two.
You want to stay up, or do you want me?
Depends on what we're doing while most of the cabin's asleep. Don't we need to be checking bags?
You can try, yeah, if you want.
What skill is that again?
It depends on your approach. Looking at the character sheets, there are a lot of different ways. Obviously,
I saw you were doing it a particular way last time.
Filch, I think, is Filch is the best skill and their general abilities on the left side.
I have none.
Yeah, I would allow stealth too. That would be. I could allow a human spin to identify openings.
Was there a luggage sale in the airport?
They had luggage, yeah, at the gift store. The little shop there.
Could have spent preparedness
To do what?
to buy luggage that looks like the luggage of that asshole in 9C, or the guy guarding him, or
To look like his. Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
definitely be
like-
a spin. I'd say difficulty 4, yeah.
preparedness.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Pick up some balut to throw in there, Matt.
They do not have balut at Tahiti.
They
what
could.
about a century egg?
They do
What
not.
kind of airport is this?
Yeah.
No balut?
Yeah. A good airport.
Ricky tick affirmation. Alright, I spent 3.
All right, well, then you succeed.
How am I supposed to make friends at this
7.
airport without balut?
All right. Yeah, you have a suitcase, a bag that looks very similar in style to the one. Which passenger did you?
I'm looking for the tattoo guy and his...
Okay.
Because we know...
Yeah, you get one similar to the tattoo guy.
We know the dudes who were freakily talking about the powder leaking are all in it together. And we know they're with Abigail, but I don't know any of these Frenchmen or what they're up to. And I don't know what tattoo guy or big guy are up to. So
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I do speak French.
Well, if they sleep, I would like to switch their bags so I have some time to go through it.
All right. So you have the bag ready, and you are watching them surreptitiously to go sleep. However, you are getting very tired, so you will have to do something if you want to stay awake. You fall asleep too, Marcus, it sounds like. Or are you staying up? Or are you trying to stay up?
I'll try to stay up.
Okay. In that case, all of you who are trying to stay up will need to do something, as you've been on a plane at this point for over 24 hours. You've been 24 hours in the air, so you're finding it harder to stay awake.
I'll go to sleep. You tell me if anything comes up, Marcus.
All right. So you're staying up and you're going to sleep. And as you were doing that, those of you who are up can, both of you have notice, right? Marcus and Gina?
Yes.
Both of you see something out of the corner. Actually, no, it's only going to come from one side. So what side of the plane are you on? You are on the right or the left from the front?
We are both on the same side.
Okay.
And this is, yeah.
All right, well, then you both see it then. So,
Distraction. Yes.
There's something in the aisle.
so
Something.
actually, you, Marcus, before that happens, actually, Marcus, you start feeling an odd urge to start. You grab it before you realize that you're grabbing a cocktail napkin and you're doodling on it, and you keep doodling on it.
All right. I'm gonna let this happen.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see where this goes. All right.
Maybe you'll draw a dirty picture.
As
something took hold of my body and made me draw a cock.
no, you start drawing these geometric shapes. It starts coming to form. You're drawing a street, and there are buildings.
And I'm just watching my own hand do this, correct?
Yeah, and you realize you're looking at it from above, like you were in a plane looking down. The buildings look odd, though. They don't look like rectangular buildings. The shapes are off, but it's definitely a city.
Cults hate straight lines.
And as you are doing that, Gina, you see something out of the corner of your eye. You see a strange light outside on the plane.
Like
a greenish light coming towards the plane.
Through one of the windows. So
just a glimpse, because you're not at a window seat, right? You're at aisle.
Yes, and no, I'm actually on the window. So
you could be in the aisle because he scared off that other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah.
So am I seeing it through like the window coming out this way, or on the?
Yeah, you can get closer to the window and take a look.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
It's like a glowing green jellyfish flying through the air, keeping track with the plane.
That's not good. So
Roll the wave at
it. Setting the signal back up to Marcus. Look out your window. What are you seeing?
You start getting a message. You're kind of in a trance, but it kind of snaps you out of it. Yeah, you see that as well.
I think I'll.
But both of you notice. You look and you see most of the plane is asleep. Like even for this, like it is unusually still and quiet on the plane.
Actually, I'm gonna look. What about the flight attendant?
Yeah,
she's asleep.
Well, what about the back?
Asleep. Meanwhile, Eli and David, you're in water. You open your mouths and water rushes in, salt water. You start flailing and your head is above the surface. You're in the ocean. It's at night, but the stars are out, and you see bioluminescent creatures in the distance all around you. You see a rocky beach in front of you, and you see each other flailing around, dog paddling.
All right, I assume that we will be making it for this rocky beach.
Yeah, I don't like like dog paddling.
As you quickly, the two of you get to the rocky beach, you look at each other, and what do you do?
A quick scan of this rocky beach. Is there anything on it besides rocks?
I mean, you see Eli.
Okay, what else?
You feel something at your foot. You look down, you see a corpse. You recognize it as it looks vaguely one of the passengers. It looks like Pierre, the actor, although he's water bloated as if dead by drowning.
All right, I ask.
But the eyes are flickering.
I ask Eli if he also perceives this.
Yeah.
All right. Are there any other
his pulse?
Yeah, he is dead, but his eyes are moving as though he was dreaming.
Cool.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. So you start seeing more bodies washing up on the beach around you. You recognize them as the flight attendants and the other passengers. They all seem to be in a similar state, except for you two.
All right, I scream at him, try to get him to wake up.
They do not react yet.
Damn.
And as you are watching, you can see a green glow in the sky above you, like a jellyfish, but green, flying through the sky above you. And it starts illuminating the land that you're on. And you can see that there's structures ahead past the beach, like purpose-built structures, although you don't recognize the architecture style.
Am I in the clothes I was in on the plane?
Yeah.
Are they wet?
Yes.
I don't like that level of...
Do we feel cold? Like, are we shivering?
Yeah, you're shivering a bit. You don't feel it too much, but that's like maybe adrenaline, sure. Like you're it does feel odd. Like you're a bit disembodied. But it's still, it feels quite real.
Okay.
Elson, what's your mom's name?
My mother's name is Denise.
Okay. Good to know. Denise. I'm just saying Denise to myself as I
D-nice.
walk towards these weird fucking structures. Yeah.
Interesting coping tactic. I have not heard of this one.
As you start to do that, meanwhile, back on the plane.
Before I at least contact Marcus again and at least get up, looking at that's like our friends in front of the rows in front of us asleep as well.
Yes.
Okay, so
at this point, Marcus, you see this first because you're in first section. You see the co-pilot get out of the plane and start heading towards the
cockpit. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, the cockpit. Yeah.
Why is it so windy in here?
So the co-pilot gets out of the cockpit, heads to the bathroom in the first class section, but it's locked. Someone's in there, and he then starts heading to the bathroom in the back. And the plane veers a little bit shortly after.
I'm gonna get up. Okay, everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna go just get a quick peek in there because you're a pilot, and that didn't seem like a good veer to me.
Okay, yeah, give me a stability check.
Is it veering left or right?
Veering to the right.
To the right. We could be in Antarctica by tomorrow.
5.
Oh no, veering to the left, actually, towards the north. You make it all right. You see a greenish glow, a jellyfish fly. The entire cockpit's illuminated with this green light for a moment as this jellyfish, bioluminescent jellyfish, like not the size of the plane, but like maybe a third of the size, fly into the plane, and then it just kind of disappears. And the pilot is asleep.
I'm gonna try to nudge him. It's like, hey brother. It's not good for the lone person in the cockpit to be asleep.
He coughs. Water comes out of it. It smells like briny.
It's okay. Just let's get back. Saw you up here. I thought I'd better. You looked a lot.
No, he's still asleep.
Motherfuck.
You saw the green jellyfish fly into the plane and disappear. And
is the autopilot on?
No.
But the main pilot's not up there either?
No, he's asleep.
Oh, cool.
Actually, I'm actually going to switch the autopilot on.
Make a piloting check. Is that a general ability?
Yep, and I have.
Difficulty 5.
It's the first time I've ever gotten to use it.
Yeah.
Is it really as simple as just flipping a switch, though? I guess you would have to know
My
which
character
switch.
would know.
You would have to know which switch, I guess.
There are mini switches in the cockpit.
There are many switches.
Shiny buttons.
Well, okay, I guess the guy spent 4, so 5.
Okay, yeah. You get into the seat and you realize you're going to have to pilot this, and you start doing so. So you stop, descending.
I'm in the right-hand seat then?
Yeah.
All right.
So meanwhile, back on the island.
Corpse Beach?
Yeah, Corpse Beach. A monstrous corpse washes up as you're walking away. You turn and see, but this corpse gets up, and you realize it's not a corpse. It is a humanoid, but it is fish-like. Its stature, though, its width, its the muscles on it. It reminds you of that large man somehow in the plane.
With the tattoos?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, not the tattoos.
Guarding the tattoo.
Guarding the tattoos.
Yeah, the bodyguard. Very large, very wide, but now he has scales and fins and a wide maw with many fangs. And he is looking at you as you are looking at him, and then you start seeing more scaled and finned heads pop up of the water behind him. Their eyes glow. So both of you give me a stability check. As you see countless eyes. You see those photos of all the crocodiles in a swamp at night and just dozens.
I would like to dream run away.
You dream right away. All right. It is 5 stability.
5?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Did I get the same? I rolled a 2.
Yeah, 5 stability.
Fucking hell.
Shit, I gotta sleep. Does it mean when you're at negatives?
It depends on what negative are you at.
-2.
-2. I think you're just scared. You can still act, but there are penalties. So you can still do things, but losing
You need to
stability.
look that up.
Yeah, it's like 113.
Okay.
So, but it looks at you, you look at it, and starts backing towards you. Or you I assume, start backing towards the structure, the city behind you. So as you do that, you feel all of reality kind of shift a little bit, as though you were veering off, being pulled somewhere. And yeah, what do the two of you do? Meanwhile, Gina, you two can think about what you're doing on the beach, but Gina.
Yeah, I'm assuming I felt the plane veer, so...
Yeah, the co-pilot has gone into the bathroom behind you.
Son of a bitch, so
By the way,
get over.
Can I see her approaching from the back?
I don't know. Are you getting up?
Yeah, I'm getting up
Is that-
immediately because I was going to...
Actually, we might slight problem as I'm sitting in the co-pilot seat flying.
Mm-hmm.
I was quietly kind of getting up there. It's like, what's going on? Did you see that thing out the window?
It's like, oh yeah. The plane it went right through the plane and then disappeared. So I'm assuming everyone's not asleep because it's a pleasant evening.
Jesus Christ. And looking at the pilot, it's like...
He's asleep.
All right, I'm pretty sure seawater just came out of his mouth.
What? Look down. Is there a wet spot where...
A little like you do smell salt water in the air, but you also notice his hand is scribbling something on a pad.
Actually, I go actually, yeah. My hand started doing that. Yeah, here's what it is.
Yeah. Give me a stability check. 2 nearly identical drawings.
Not a cocktail napkin.
That's great. That's not good. That's a 1.
All right,
We scared tonight.
you too. You see, he's drawing the exact same thing you did.
2.
Yeah, that's 2 stability for you two because it's just a drawing,
24 hours on a plane.
Shifted dry.
but it's the same drawing.
All right. So can you keep it stable? Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling dandy.
Great. So
I mean, to be fair, I've always wanted to fly a 707, but not like this. But yeah, I can keep it stable.
all right. I'm going to take the pulse right now. I'm going to see if I can get the other 2 up.
You notice that both of you see a green light coming from the periphery,
Like getting stronger? Or...
Mm-hmm. Heading towards the cockpit. It seems.
Son of a...
Just to show, is there anything on the radar?
No.
Of course there wouldn't be.
Can you increase our speed at all?
Yeah, I can. I'll.
Well, it's not enough to burn off fuel.
Actually, if we're cruising, we're probably already at full power.
God damn it. Okay.
Plane's probably at full power right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's like we obviously can't keep this up right now. I'm gonna at least check on to get our.
Well, look, they haven't caused any damage to the plane yet.
I know, but that's not the important thing right now. Everybody's having a lucid dream at this point.
Both of you give me another stability check. This is not to lose stability, but to stay conscious.
Oh,
6.
Okay.
5.
Both feel a wave of exhaustion pass over you temporarily, like something dragging you into sleep as another green wave of light passes through the cockpit. But you have a natural.
I do.
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah, and both of you realize 2 of your agents are asleep. And if you could figure out a way to communicate with them or awaken them, you might be able to figure out more.
So I'm going to go and look at the emergency kit that they have for for the flight attendants, and see if I can pull out some smelling salts.
Okay. You have pharmacy, yeah.
I do.
All right, that'll take you a bit to find that. And yeah.
I was thinking about going to the co-pilot. He's more than likely.
I imagine,
Yeah.
while this is all happening, you could probably switch out the suitcases right now.
You can search every suitcase.
Yeah, you can search every
go
single
through the
suitcase on the
pockets
plane.
of the secret flight attendant mole.
Mm-hmm.
You got free run of the place.
No, but I'm fine. I might. Fall
Hey, let's
asleep
use the
at any
mythos
given-
to our advantage.
I'm about to possibly fall asleep, so I need to get you all up so we can all do that. So that's
The enormous fish man looks at you two and speaks in English. I recognize you. You're asleep. So am I. Who else is asleep?
I look for my gun. Is it there?
Yeah.
Mr. 45's taking a nap, thank God.
You know where we are, right?
Detroit.
Why don't you tell me where you think we are?
We're on a plane.
A plane of existence, yes.
He starts looking at the corpses on the beach. Oh. He picks one up. Do you recognize this one? It's the pilot. That's not good, is it?
I would guess not.
One of
To
us
be honest with you, I'm a little out of my element here.
One of us needs to wake up and ensure that there's someone awake in the cockpit.
I volunteer. How do I do that?
Well,
Let's make some wake up juice.
it's a bad dream. I don't know much of the art. Oh, you can write. If you write something, you'll write it in the waking world. Do you have any friends on the plane?
Like, no friends, no, but
I just write send snacks. Just drown some pretzels. They'll show up here.
need booze.
Yeah, I guess I just start
Salted.
writing.
Who's
wake
out
up,
of character?
Wake up in the sand. I guess over and over
All right,
again.
yeah. So Gina, you have noticed, right?
Yes, I do.
So you're in the first aid section near front in the first row, and you notice Eli is twitching around a lot.
Oh, good God. So do I find the first aid kit that I can pull out? Okay, so I'm just pulling that hole and going over to Eli. Looking at him, taking a pulse, just making sure he's not having a seizure or anything. So.
Yeah, he is frantically trying to, like, it looks like he's writing something, but he doesn't have a pen in his hand.
Go ahead and take one that's out of my pocket and put it in his hand while I'm struggling around for the smelling salts. So
Yeah, he in very bad handwriting is, crab writing, wake up.
I'm working on it, buddy. So do I find them? Okay. Yeah, immediately crack it over under his nose. So
All right, this is you give me a stability check to see how well you handle the smelling salts.
At -2,
No, it's just a D. Yeah, you
The salt's big.
I got a 2 instead
All right.
of a 1 that time.
you still wake up. It's just you feel like shit. There's no penalty. It's just like
I already can't spend abilities.
just,
Yeah.
Looking at him right now, looks like Eli opening his eyes right now. That's like, you with me?
Something's wrong.
Yeah, that's the understatement of the year. So we need to. It's like we need to run down. Marcus is flying the plane right now. I'm gonna go wake up David. So, but we're in some deep shit. So,
No, the fish man knows me.
excuse me.
The fish man knows me. You gotta replace the bags. I give him replace the bag of the tattooed man while we can. I'll go get I gotta go get Nelson. I gotta talk about his mom. I go running to the back of the plane.
Jesus Christ, I'm looking at
The bag, goddammit! We'll only have time!
Okay, I'll do it quickly.
Fucking tweaker.
I thought you were going to yell at the bag, like, okay, good, they're taking care of that.
Yeah, as you are heading back. All right, so we'll do this one thing at a time. So first up, meanwhile, back in the cockpit, give me another piloting check. You need to get a 5 or better.
Jesus. 6.
All right. You realize that you turn south. It is the green light is getting it slows the more south you turn. It seems to be that seems to be making it harder for it to chase after you.
Why the fuck not?
So yeah,
Turn south.
as you do that, you start getting some distance. Meanwhile, Gina, what were you doing?
He had asked me to replace the bag, so the one that looks exactly like this one from the potential fish guy.
As you do that, you go through as you're walking towards the plane, you notice one pair of eyes that are open. The tattooed man. He's watching you calmly.
Just need to replace the bag.
No, that's his bag. Don't replace the bag. Keep on walking.
Out of character, who looked at his tattoos?
I thought we all did.
Okay. Do you have a cult?
I do.
You remember that his tattoos are specifically a ward against bad dreams.
Could let him know what's going on.
I was like, looks like you're not as sleepy, are you, sir?
No. I like to be... I don't sleep very much.
I can see that. And so just kind of going fair. You know there's some weird shit going down here.
Do I?
So I would have noticed this asshole as I ran back to being awake through the whole plan, right? To get to him.
Yeah.
Okay, I would have gone past him, but I would have noticed. Right?
Yeah. He is oddly awake.
Suspicious.
Now that you think about it, you think maybe you can't remember any time where he was actually asleep. So, meanwhile, David, you're on the beach with the fish man.
Is Eli there anymore?
No, he's gone. He just vanished.
Just vanished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fish man looks at you.
So, fish man.
like mentally, I'm picturing this. Like you remember the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? With like that. I'm imagining they're on the beach and shit's just disappearing.
Yeah. Except it's at night.
Yeah.
You know.
It's fish monsters.
Well, they're in the distance except for him. He's standing. The rest are just in the water, their eyes peeking above the surface, watching you. Where are you heading to?
The city. I turn back and point to it.
Oh, that's a glorious city.
You say so.
You're a tourist.
Maybe I'll see you there one day.
Maybe you will. I want to see where this takes me. So I just kind of turn on my heel and I just start approaching these buildings purposefully.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Well, mainly I just want to get the fuck away from this guy. It's a pretense to get away from this guy because I'm scared shitless, to be honest.
All right, you head into the city. Are you just focusing on getting away from him, or are you trying to figure out anything else about the city?
I think I'm just trying to lose this guy. Like obviously I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm panicking.
Yeah, you start fast walking, then you start running. The structures themselves seem odd and just you can't really identify it, but they are. You get the sense that this city is a real place, and it was not built by humans. And that's about as far as and yeah. Do you want to know more, or do you want to just get away from the fish man?
I want to know what these buildings feel like. I put my hand on one.
All right. It feels slightly cool to the touch, but it feels older than anything you've ever touched before, anything you've ever known before. Old in a way that predates the earth. And
what do I smell?
You smell the air a billion years ago. You smell the ocean as it was before the first cells divided of native life. And then something reaches out towards you. Give me a stability check.
That's 6.
That's 6. All right.
All right. Yeah.
One high five.
Well, no, you cut off. You're like, you instinctively realize that to whatever's reaching towards you would be the end of you. And shit. Meanwhile, you're up. You feel it like death warmed over, and Gina's rushing back there. You feel the plane turning, but leveling out. People start stirring around you a little bit, like some are groaning softly, like trying to wake up or waking up a little bit. Whatever was happening, its influence is weakening.
Okay. I get to Nelson. I'm going to try and wake him up.
All right. Yeah, Nelson, you wake up. The next thing you know, Eli's over you, shaking you awake.
I had a dream about you.
Hey, Denise.
Yeah, you asked me my mother's name in the dream.
No, fuck. I shouldn't fucking know that. Shouldn't know that. Oh, shit.
Okay, so
So everyone's still asleep, right?
They're beginning to wake up.
Okay, fuck it. I don't know what they're using it. We're in his seats, right?
You could sit next to David. Yeah, sure. There's an empty extra seat. Now that the draft dodgers is gone.
So everyone's starting to stir?
Some
They're not up yet?
Some people, like, it's a gradual thing. So the longer you spend, the more people will wake up. But yeah.
Fuck, you got a handkerchief or something? I don't carry those.
yeah, I provide him one.
I take off my sock and I dump the chloroform on it and I go right over to the guys in front of us. So they're going to take a little bit of a longer nap.
Okay, sure.
Decisive.
No.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
I will spend 3 on that.
Yep.
Make sure. I just really want to make the row in front of us extra duper sleepy.
Oh yeah,
6.
that's easy to do. Yeah. All right, they're going to be out for a little longer, and you can swap out a bag with them.
Oh, I'm not worried about bags at this point. I'm like, what's on you motherfuckers? I'm looking at ankles. I'm looking at pockets.
Okay.
Like, we're emptying. If they're going to be reaching for guns, they're going to be finding, like, I don't know.
None of them have guns. All of them have knives.
Anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You, with your knowledge of the occult and the unnatural, you see several markings and tattoos, identifying them as being allied with the Rungsat and the occult organizations you've been tracking so far. So.
Do I still see Gina in the aisle talking to...
Yeah, Gina, what were you doing?
Just
Yeah.
a tense stare off of this guy.
Yeah, he's like, that's a nice looking bag you have there. I have a similar looking one.
Hush, little baby, don't.
Do you see? Okay, I'm sorry.
So
I got
Gina,
paused
you're
for a
blocking
second.
line of sight for the tattooed guy. I'll say, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it is another one. Just picked it up recently, seeing if we can find a good space to put it up there. So what did? Wow.
Did you buy it in Hong Kong?
Yes. So I did.
You can buy anything.
Good prices.
You can buy anything there.
Yeah.
Much better right now. Not imitation leather.
Mm-hmm.
So scanning him right now, is he reaching for anything?
No.
So like,
Do you have human?
I do.
Yeah, you're talking to this guy.
Do a spend to see if I get a tag. Like, do you know who I am?
Oh yeah. Let's see here.
Do you have suspicions of me? Or honestly, more of a menacing right now. It's like, are you protecting this? Are you something awful, or are you actually helpful?
Yeah, his skin is covered in fine lines and scars. His arms and torso are covered in elaborate tattoos, which you've already seen. And let's see here. Yeah, you with human. Yeah, you can make you can get something for nothing, or if you want to make a spend, you can make a spend.
I'd like to make a spend.
Okay, give me a stability check.
God damn, that was not a good switch out. So fail.
Just one stability. He doesn't sleep. The tattoos, ward off bad dreams, but you realize they do more than that. He doesn't need to sleep at all. And he is staring at you with cold, dead eyes of an experienced killer and torturer. Someone as steeped in the occult as a person can be. And he is, maybe studying you as well. So
We're made both by fishmen and their employers.
Yes. So, but it looks like there's no space up here. I'm going to walk us back and start just backing up slowly before turning around halfway where he can't. If he gets out of the seat, I can at least hear him coming. So,
but yeah, you can talk to him more if you want to. He's not doing anything. He's just there talking to you. He knows how to do polite small talk. He's retained that much of his humanity.
So while I'm doing that, it's like, well, I didn't figure we would see the northern lights up here. This was like on this particular.
Yeah, in the South Pacific. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see them.
Human lying.
I mean, you already spent. He's the kind of guy who lies as easily as he breathes.
It was beautiful.
There's no tells. There's no empathy. There's like nothing.
That's like, well, it's beautiful at least when you can see. That's like see them. Although
Cold and reptilian, one might say.
I don't like hearing that at all.
His name on the manifest.
Yeah. Oh,
We have his seat number.
that is true. So.
Yeah, he is. It is a Filipino name. He is not Filipino. He is definitely not Filipino. He has got triad tattoos, so it is a false ID. So, let's see. Yeah. So, okay. So, meanwhile, you look through their, you search their, you disarm them of knives. What else did you want to do?
The second I'm done with that, if Gina's okay, I'm going for their bags.
Okay. Yeah. If you can sit there and talk some more.
Are people still getting up?
Yeah.
All right, I'm ripping those down and like going back into the galley or somewhere where I can have some privacy to toss that shit.
Yeah, at least seeing him. Seeing him in the back, so I'll just keep the conversation.
Or you can do it and I can keep watch, but one of us needs to.
No, we should cooperate. Yes, I work with him.
Okay. And at this point, the pilot wakes up.
Like,
Oh, God.
you all right, Captain?
I thought I gave up drinking. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. What are you doing here?
Actually, since I get inspiration because I was an officer.
Yeah.
This guy like, it's all right. Like planes under control. It's like Marcus Abrams, United States Army. Like it's like I noticed the plane started veering and saw you had passed out.
I don't know what had happened.
Like I'm actually like the full story. Like okay, like I had to take control at this time. Like I did a deviation to the south by this many degrees. So I still give the current position.
As you're doing that, the co-pilot comes back and he says, "I'm sorry, man. I just fell asleep while I was on the can. I was never."
It's all right. Like it seemed to have happened to a lot of people on the plane. I think like I noticed something happen myself. I managed to stay awake. And I saw I came up here to see if I could assist in any way.
Okay, well, thank you. They're very apologetic. They say, "Well, let's just keep this to ourselves." They don't.
Kids are free champagne.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, like we're currently flying south, so you'll want to make a course correction.
Yeah. So they course correct back to Easter
I'm gonna
Island.
get up, says, all right, I'm gonna leave it back in your capable hands. Mm-hmm. Just and I was never up here.
Yeah. They're happy with that arrangement. So yeah.
Just gotta leave fuck. It's like just like wait until I'm out of their sight. Like fucking jellyfish.
So you search the bags quickly and efficiently, and it's they didn't do. They're not like they don't have like smugglers compartments in these suitcases or anything like that. They not expecting to be searched. There's heroin and those weird bags of powdered human.
All right, I'm taking all that shit out.
It's a lot of weight. That's actually going to fill up a bag. So you need to
I'm in the galley.
Yeah.
So I'm putting it in the galley.
Where in the galley?
I'm like dumping a box of peanuts into the bag, and I'm making a box of heroin and regular heroin for disposal of later.
Okay.
Away from where they know to look for it.
Okay.
And I'm shoving that back away.
Hey, spread powder.
Do you want to make a spin? Something? Oh no, you can't spin because you don't. You're still freak. Yeah.
I could do general abilities.
Yeah.
So I have 1 point in conceal.
That sounds pretty fucking good.
Stack Torgo's human powder.
So bad.
If anyone looks for it, they're gonna find it. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's out of sight. I'll give you that much.
I'm gonna put their bags back, so I don't know why they think it would be in the galley. But buy us some time. Yeah,
we're waiting for that monster thing of the poor attendant opens up and just pours heroin. Code 21.
Where they look, it's like, oh look, someone's storing powdered people here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to flush it all down the toilet. So. Also, I don't want to put it in the ocean. So, it seems bad.
Yeah, well, you do know you're going to have a day at Easter Island, so they're going to take their luggage off the plane.
All right. Then we get to watch them freak out about where all the heroin went.
And, all the 2 types of heroin. Yeah.
And I'm fine with that, because I ain't going to have anything to do with it. Ain't no cameras on this shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, you do. We'll just, instead of calling it 2 times error, we'll say the other thing is called essential salts. You've heard that term before, being a Delta Green agent. So,
We stole a bunch of books about it.
yeah.
Crocodile Men.
Yeah.
Not officially.
Yeah.
So yeah, we packed that book. We packed that shit up, and I guess I tell Nelson to pretend to be groggy when those other guys wake up.
Yeah, they eventually. Yeah, it takes them a while to wake up.
I'll be waiting for you back by our
And
side.
I'm walking up past Gina and eyeballing the fuck out of 9C because I don't like him.
Is that that's a tattoo guy?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Who's been,
He's calm, poker face, but looks at you.
What's Fishman looking like behind him?
Fishman, wakes up. He just does a look around. Are you looking? Yeah. Are you hiding from him? Or are you gonna?
I mean, I'm not trying to be recognized, but
Well, yeah. If he sees you, he definitely looks at you purposefully.
Like, wave at him.
yeah. Also, when she went back up, I'm just looking at you, mouthing, "What the fuck?"
yeah, we're passing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose unarmed. And tap you along, and
So eventually, the passengers in front of you wake up and they talk amongst themselves, and you two notice that the tattooed man talks to the bodyguard in a hurried conversation, back and forth a few times, and then the woman in the passengers in front of you goes over to talk to the tattooed man, and then back. There's several little conferences like this before you land at Easter Island.
spot everybody who talks to tattoo guy. Is there anybody we don't know already that's talking to him?
No.
So did the stewardess that's in on it talk to him?
No, she's very groggy and confused, but she is,
But who's the woman who talked to him?
she's in the passengers right in front of. She's one of the people you disarmed.
With the chloroform, right?
Oh, okay, one of them. Okay.
Yeah. The only woman among them. She's sitting there with 2 or 3. How many seats is it? 3. Yeah, 2 men and 1 woman. The woman of the 3. She goes to talk to the tattooed man. So
Oh, when you sit back down, so.
Are you still flying the plane?
No, no, that pilot woke up.
I love your strategy of using inspiration. Oh, you got a little EP on that big flight. Have some of this, soldier.
Well, I got that.
I got you.
I got that from being an officer, so that's what I went with.
Understand.
Caleb, just have one stability. It's fine. For saying everyone gets EP. Yeah.
So me and the pilot both drew the same thing. Did you notice anything weird?
I shared a dream with Nelson.
That sucks. How did that go?
I don't exactly know how that works, but I'm pretty sure that compromises your cover. I think we have to assume that we are a known quantity on this plane.
Yep. Well, at least.
Well, you have tradecraft, right? Or is there a tradecraft skill?
Yeah,
I can't spend it, but
I have it too.
Well, yeah. Marcus may not be compromised. Marcus hasn't had any contact with him. I mean, he wasn't in the.
that's true.
Yeah. I mean, you and Nelson are the most likely, but you can't be sure about.
Gina. And,
Yeah.
Gina's teetering. I'm teetering on the edge of being discovered, possibly. So, but
Yeah.
I was talking to Nelson, it's like, what you?
Yeah, did you want to make any social spins on that conversation with the tattoo guy? To try and downplay your own suspiciousness?
A little bit too. So I'm not sure if I could. I forgot if we could use inspiration on that to kind of in our trust right now. It's like, one thing I did want to say to him. It's like, oh well, that's like where. That's like it's. I know you've. That's like I'm not. That's like how long have you been on the flight? So because I've been off and on, so many people getting on here. Where are you eventually going?
Okay, yeah,
So,
you can make a point of spin, and I'm definitely a civilian. Yeah, all right. Yeah, reassurance actually makes more sense if you have that, but I'd allow
I do
inspiration.
it, but it's not. It's already spent. So.
All right, yeah, I allow inspiration. That's fine. So yeah, but the plane is before you know it.
Although I do ask him where where he's heading to. So if I can get any information out from that calm trust, so I do ask him where he's going. So if that's where he's getting off, or if he's on the long haul. So
he says, let's see here. I will be getting off after Easter Island to Santiago, which you know is a lie.
Oh, so that's like friends or family that living down in South America.
Business.
Yeah. So, well, hopefully it is a calm business for you. I think I think I'm all done with my bag here.
Mm-hmm. It's a good bag.
It's a very good bag.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. So, yeah, the plane night passes to day as light reaches, and in the early morning hours, you land at Easter Island. And you'll have a day here as the plane needs to refuel, and it's just customary to give people, some time off the plane because it's 100 hours of flying, and give the plane crew some time to sleep. They're very eepy for some weird reason. So most of the people, there's a hotel at the airport, but a lot of people are going to make day trips to go see the famous statues, the heads of Easter Island, and Hanga-Aroa. That is the adjacent town, the only settlement of any size. The rest of the island is given over to sheep farming and the Chilean Navy. And the hotel's at Hanga-Roa. So some people can, from there you can walk out to the edge of town to see the famous Moai statues. And the people you're interested in seem to be staying at the airport, except for... Well, that's as we're descending, we'll stop there. What are you all going to be doing as your game plan for once you get to touch the ground? Because you can definitely see the Gina and Nelson.
Plane getting maintenance? Is it the same plane or is it a different plane?
Same plane.
Okay, so it's the same physical plane.
Yeah.
So where are they storing the plane?
There's a hangar.
Okay. I'd like to know where that hangar's at.
There's only like 2 hangars, so yeah, it's pretty easy to see. You get off the plane, you can see it being taxied in the hangar for them to give it a once over and refuel it and do other maintenance before they put it back up in the air.
What's the company that's doing the maintenance on here? Is it somebody, local right now, or is this being run by a bigger international flight group? So
it's a Chilean, company. We'll say, Easter airplane. Yeah. So, yeah.
So at that point, for any of the other Spanish or Portuguese speakers right now, we might be able to get in on that and see. So, what is your intent here? Is it shadowing the tattooed man, the bodyguard, the other passengers of interest?
Get the magic heroin off the plane.
Yeah.
It's something we could do.
Yeah.
Once attended.
Before it's switched out for meals.
The passengers, you can see once they pick up their suitcases, they instantly know that something's wrong. Like they look at each other and they're like, "What the?" And they're looking around the plane. And there's muttered conversations, and a couple looks at you, Nelson. But they are good to not linger too long on you. But they definitely glance at you every once in a while. So yeah.
Is there anything I can do to regain stability?
That's what I'm wondering.
Let's see your motivations. Have you fulfilled any of your motivations yet?
I believe I am a thrill seeker.
You can get 3 points of stability back for that.
All right, I can operate again. Time to go break into an airplane hangar.
Yeah. Let's see here. Is that on the second page? I think that's on the second page.
Oh, no, it's not the first one.
All right, yeah, what about you, Nelson?
My motivation is altruism, which I have not been practicing.
Yeah, that's true. Now, you can rest. There's one rest period per operation, so you could use that to get a 3-point refresh in something, including stability. So I'd say you could, after the incident, go back to sleep and actually sleep for enough hours to get your 3 points of stability. You could do that, too, as your one rest and get another 3 points back.
I want to get the cocaine first.
Okay, yeah.
The heroin.
Yeah. Well, this was on the way to Easter Island, so you could double dip since you do the motivation and can rest. Yeah. So the Marcus.
Yeah, I'd like to rest too, get my stability back.
Sure.
Yeah, it was a rough night.
It was a rough night. So what is your
We're
plan?
gonna wait till morning to break into this hangar? That seems like a terrible idea.
Well, it's morning when you land. It's early morning when you land. It's like 5 a.m. dawn as you land.
Can we do this switch first and then do our rest?
Yeah, well, if you want to rest on the island, but that would mean not tailing or doing anything.
Well, we have a full empty bag that we didn't use, so that we can quickly get.
And you could have been planning this on the plane, so you don't have to. It's approaching Easter Island. You're going to be landing at dawn.
Possibly preparedness check to say I need to go to the bathroom, but we get the other bag back and store that in there before going now.
It's not preparedness. That would definitely be stealth because you have to get it from the peanut box. And stuff it in your bag, and then put it in the overhead compartment.
I do have 2 more points I can spend on stealth, so we can.
Failing's going to be noticed by someone.
All right. Anybody else can help with that as an extra point?
I mean, if you could also use that refresh.
I have all my stealth still.
How much do you have?
5. We could also just try and sneak into the hangar. We don't have to do it before we leave. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do a Scooby-Doo bit. Yeah, come on. Okay.
Yeah, you can't wait until the plane lands
Yeah.
and people deplane. So
Honestly, that if we could do that and possibly get the car.
all right,
then,
so all of the passengers leave. You're removed from the. You walk off the plane. You can see the tattooed man and the bodyguard start talking to each other, and they are clearly heading off somewhere together. They are heading to town. The other smugglers are staying at the airport. So they are lingering around. So yeah, where is everyone going to be going? Town or staying at the airport?
I think someone should stay on the man and his buddy, someone not blown with dream magic. And we can get on the plane, so it should
That would be Gina or Marcus.
It'd probably be Marcus and Gina, and then Nelson and Eli.
Okay.
So
Because we're dream compromised, but not heroin compromised.
I think at least Marcus right now, because he doesn't know you as yet. I'm potentially blown is my only concern. So.
Well, keep your fucking head down. See where they go. I don't trust that tattooed sorcerer.
Either do
Call me
I.
crazy.
Considering that he basically has let's say a caffeine tattoo on him, so for lack of a better term.
I simply wouldn't use magic to not have to sleep again.
The sigil of Starbucks, I see.
Yeah. He just wants enough pumps of extra stuff so they never have to sleep again. Yeah. All right. So Gina and Marcus are going to town. All right. And you two are staying at the airport.
Yes.
All right. So you two take the bus to town along with most of the passengers. Nathaniel sits next to you two. It says, "Oh, I am so happy I get to photograph the famous boy head statues. Oh, have you ever seen photos? Have you? I mean, it is so rare to see such a. It should be a wonder of the world. Do you not think, my dear?"
They are impressive for an old, obviously a very old culture. So
Oh, it is a mystery how they got such large stone to all these positions, is it not?
I mean, just general physics. So, but
Oh, you're very wise. What is your name?
Oh, Nazi.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
It's like Natsui.
Natsui?
Yes.
It's a beautiful name. We should have drinks.
I want some a little more recovered.
Let me get your photo at least.
No photography at this point.
Like, you look terrible.
I'm not
Mon chéri, yeah.
That's like so. No. So,
We're just going like, I'm sorry, I'm revolted by the French.
Yeah.
actually, I do respond in French right now. It's like, no, this is nothing.
Oh, he starts talking
Well,
even more
now
in
he's
French.
never going to stop.
I love to hear my own language. It is
Yeah,
so...
you really fucked that up.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it's keeping him distracted. So.
Oh, he's very distracted. So the Marcus, you can hear a woman. Oh yes, this is the tragic of Easter Islands. They were a cast off from the lost continent of Mu. This is the.
Damn it,
You can tell the influence for the Maori has obviously Muian architecture, very prevalent, and although quite they've lost so much of their former glory. Yes, I can do I want to do a séance tonight at the hotel.
Oh my god, someone cancel Millicent's subscription to Race Science Weekly.
So yes, as Madame Blavatsky said, yes. So that's how it's going on the bus over.
Man, we're here and they get to break into a hangar. I'm so jealous.
So the first two of you will need to make they get off the bus and they start walking the streets of the town, and they duck into a side street out of sight almost immediately. So you two will need to make a group stealth 4 check, a difficulty 4 stealth check to keep up with them.
Okay.
Now you can, of course, make spends of investigative abilities as substitutes. For example, architecture or I'll
Craft, you're literally tailing
craft.
somebody.
So
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That would give you a 3-point pool to spend on stealth for these things.
Okay.
Which you can spend immediately. So, Marcus?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, do you want to spend any investigative abilities? You just want to... It's a group stealth check, so you can both spend.
Yeah. Oh, actually, streetwise, I could probably figure out what's.
Yeah, streetwise for this section, because
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. So
this is the one part of the island with streets.
Yeah, I will go ahead and spend streetwise specifically, so we
All
can
right.
keep off of the
All
road.
right, so you get 3 points. You need to spend it on this one. So yeah,
Yeah, might as well. So
Yeah.
And,
I still have my airplane pity points.
I'll
So.
spend some more stealth for the group stealth check.
Well, you don't need to do. There's going to be multiple checks.
Yeah, so these 3 points.
Or
Will
just
spend
roll for the sake of.
it's going to. Yeah, there's no way I can fail it, but
Yeah.
that's going to be. Yeah.
All right, so you keep up with them as they leave the town and head into the scrubland and sheep grazing lands of the island.
Carrying their bags.
Carrying one bag.
Where's the other bag?
The other bag, they did briefly go into the hotel and check in.
Okay.
But they're carrying one bag with them. You think it's the tattooed man's bag.
Great.
So
we know where the Hugh mask is probably at.
yeah.
The bag what nobody lets out of their sight.
Yeah, weird. So meanwhile, at the airport, you two are lingering around trying to figure a way to steal all them things that you hid on the plane. So what's the plan?
So I assume there's no special uniform, right? These people are wearing jumpsuits.
Yeah. The mechanics and the other people. Yeah. There's, in fact, there's no security here. It's a small island in the middle of the Pacific all by itself. There is a little locker room where they are hanging up on there on hooks. There's a lounge for visitors. The smugglers are there waiting. They're conversing among themselves. They're looking quite paranoid. They're very unhappy, obviously. So they're trying to figure out what to do and what happened. Obviously, trying to figure out what happened to their stuff. And they let's see here.
Could I spin disguise to get us some similar looking jumpsuits as well as face masks for disease or shit and sunglasses so that we can cover our faces and look like we belong there?
Do you have disguise?
I got 4 points.
Yeah, go and give me a roll for that.
I'm spinning all 4.
All right, yeah.
8 total.
Yeah, you find a stash of the stuff and you set it up. You look
I
like
saved that for us being the Dowager Countess on the plane.
Miss Doubtfire the cultist. Yeah. So
You seen the yellow sun?
yeah, you two both are dressed up as mechanics now, so you can get in the plane if you want.
Yeah, I'm beelining straight for that motherfucker. I'm making sure that the freaking out drug smugglers don't see us dressed as this or getting away, and then once we change outside the airport, heading straight for that hangar, because I'd love to sleep after I bury all this heroin.
Okay.
But
So yeah, you get with that great disguise check. Yeah, you two can get a bag and load up all the goods and take it away. Like again, no one else notices you, and they think you don't know what their suspicions are, but they're actually probably looking for you, but they don't know where you are. So yeah, what do you want to do? Where you want to bury it?
yeah, I find a place that we can find again, and I just want to bury it.
Yeah, you have to. It's like a 20-minute walk from the. Well, like how far from the airport do you want to walk?
Not particularly. I just want there to be no way for them to stumble upon it, and me
Okay.
to be
Can I make
able-
a conceal check?
Yeah, conceal. Yeah, difficulty
All right.
3.
or spend or survival or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just blowing all my conceal on this. Let's get this done. All right, 10 total.
Jesus, yeah. No one's gonna find this in a fucking million years. It's right. It's a little culvert in the rocks, but high up, so it's not gonna rain anytime soon. So yeah, you might get flooded out, but
Do we have any number to call Carstairs or anywhere to leave a message that
Oh yeah.
hey, the shit that we're concerned about, if you would like to test a couple of kilos of it, it's buried off the side of runway B.
Yeah, there's a working phone at the hotel that can get North America.
Yeah, I'm going to do that before we
All
go
right.
back.
So the two of you have to catch a bus or walk for a while from the airport, like an hour's walk.
Catch a bus,
Yeah. Well, you may want to walk. Yeah.
After we lose those jumpsuits.
Yeah, you lose the jumpsuits, you get back in your own clothes, and if you wait for the bus, the cultists will be able to see you. So, and they're in the airport, and they're definitely looking for Nelson. Like humans know that they're on to Nelson at least.
Do you want to walk or not?
Let's walk, yeah.
All right. So you're gonna be walking for a while, but you'll get to town. You'll be able
Beautiful Tahiti.
Well, Easter Island.
Beautiful Easter Island.
Meanwhile, you're going through the scrub land of Easter Island, and they are walking And let's see here. Go ahead and another group stealth check for you, Marcus and Gina. And Streetwise no longer applies.
Okay.
Yeah, stealth. I have that.
Yeah, difficulty 5 this time.
Of course.
Okay, so I will go ahead and give 1 point to that. So, and if you want to give 2, since you're there, and I will make it unfailable.
Do it.
Okay, all right, go and roll.
That's a good thing we did.
So at least 4. So
All right, they are. It's hard. You're getting closer. While they're going, you're getting closer to the beach as they're going over rough ground and ravines along the north shore of the island. So pretty far from the town and the airport. This is a long hike. So there's going to be one more stealth check. Difficulty 6.
All right, can I use a point of survival since we're off the
Yes.
path?
Give you
And I'll
3
spend the
points.
rest of my stealth.
All right.
Okay.
How many points is that?
I'm spending 3.
All right.
Okay, so
Well, plus 6 is good because
Yeah.
you have a 6.
yep.
With that,
10.
yeah, with a 10, you do very well. And I will say, in the distance, you can see a man with a rifle looking around, but he doesn't see the two of you. So yeah,
Take that, sniper.
yeah.
Man, no shooting.
You can't tell who it is. It's too far out. But so you get to the shore and you find a hiding spot, and you see the large man poking among the rocks on the shore until he finds something. He takes out a piece of broken stone carved with curious symbols.
Okay. I am taking pictures of this when I can get a shot, so
Sure.
since I have my camera with me.
Yeah. What do you have photography?
I do have photography.
Okay. You don't have to make a spin, but yeah. He wades out into the water and throws the stone out to sea. And he and the tattooed man sit down and wait. And the skies begin to darken, and a thick, briny fog gathers. The two of you begin to see shapes moving underneath the wave.
Jellyfish?
Big jellyfish.
A hideous, croaking frog thing that walks on 2 legs emerges, clutching a spear-like weapon. Yeah, go ahead and give me a stability
Yeah,
check.
of course.
Oh, you skipped this one.
6.
6 as well.
I lost all my sanity in dreams.
Yeah.
I see them real life going, eh.
It's like, oh, fish monsters.
I wish I had a different lens for this.
Oh, a fisheye.
Yeah, I'll give you a point of stability
Thank you.
because it's a photography
I
job.
was pandering, I'm sorry.
And although technically that's the worst kind of lens you'd want for this because it's really a telephone.
Oh my
picture.
god.
I'll see myself out.
Ross loses a point.
It's a really good joke. So this frog, this walking abomination clutching a spear-like weapon emerges from the water. It gestures towards the tattooed man, but the larger man pushes himself in between the two, and then they negotiate, for lack of a better term. There are gestures, there are odd phrases in a language none of you don't recognize. And
Okay, I probably shouldn't do this, but what's a spend of unnatural going to get me watching this?
oh, this is actually, you've read about this before in World War II, and in 1928, Delta Green has dealt with these motherfuckers. They call them Deep Ones, and they negotiate with humans. In Innsmouth, Massachusetts, they gave gold to humans in exchange for sacrifices, and the Nazis did the same thing, although Delta Green figured out how to do that by summoning them and then gunning them down when they showed up. But they trust these guys for some reason. So this is a ancient ritual of bargaining. They're trying to make a deal, and it is stalling out until the tattooed man kneels on the ground and draws a symbol in the sand. And this sign appears to break the logjam. Let's see, you cannot make out the sign from here because it's on the beach and you're at an you're just not at an angle to see it.
Yeah.
So probably would go, speak up!
Yeah. Yeah, no, you want to do that? Let's see here. The tattoo man opens his combination lock briefcase and shows a mask to the creature. And the Deep One laughs. And it is...
I bet that's a lovely laugh.
It's actually surprisingly human sounding.
Yeah.
Disconcertingly so. And the creature touches the mask, and there is a distinct shift in the universe, in everything around you. Both of you give me a stability check. 2 points.
God.
Oh, it's just a plastic
Glad I
Batman mask.
stayed at the
Whoa.
Gutch by the airport.
6 again.
No.
2 points.
2 points.
Everything feels different. It's like you're in a different, like you've tuned to a slightly different universe. The psychic equivalent of your ears popping under pressure. The colors of the sky and the sea seem different, though. You cannot articulate why, and that's like everything was different up until just now, and now everything's different and will never be the same again. And it's maddening to think about why you can't express how.
I was just constantly looking up and through the viewfinder right now. It's like, this can't be right. This can't be right. Why am my eyes seeing like this?
And then the tattooed man asks a question of the creature, and the creature laughs again and looks at both of you. The tattooed man does not follow his gaze, and the creature says something, and
Pulling out my gun.
Wait, and I was like, oh, like what?
Fucking made.
It's like, well, the other one can't see us yet.
I was probably telling him we're behind this goddamn rock.
Well, he was about to say something.
they're continuing to talk to each other. But the creature is watching you, and you almost sense its mirth as it is watching you squirm under its vision.
Fucker.
And eventually, the creature turns and walks back into the ocean. And the two of them get up and leave, putting the mask back in its briefcase and walking back towards the island.
Waiting a
So
good
did the fish guy give them anything, or just touch the mask?
He just touched the mask
in warped reality.
and talked to them some.
So, once I know that both sides are completely out, is that symbol still in the sand, or has it been washed out by the tide?
It is still on the beach.
Get a shot of it.
Damn it. So,
Hey, free rock.
that's like, yeah, taking my, that's like, are you still armed?
Well, the rock was
Of
thrown in the
course.
water.
Yeah. It's like, you cover me. Anything comes out of bubbling
I've
right now,
got it.
you unload.
It's like, yeah, I know.
So, go up,
Mhm.
take a picture of it. Does it?
Yeah. Do you have a cult?
I do.
It is a sign of the Order of Almusin Metatron, an occult society, a European occult society.
Okay.
You also notice there are bones amongst the rocks.
Human bones?
Yes. You notice that there is, as you look around from this angle, you can also see that there is a cove off not too far from here.
Not going in it.
And yeah.
That seems like a bad idea. That's not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
So I will take a picture of said cove that we have for the record, and we're going back to the hotel.
All right, you two get back to the... Meanwhile, you two get back into town and check into the hotel. And you can... There's the one phone that can reach North America. And there is a phone number you can leave a voicemail. Well, not... there's an answering service.
Yeah.
And you can leave a coded message. If you have tradecraft, it's all been prearranged, so it's not... It takes a while, but it's not hard to do.
The hovercraft is full of eels.
No, we are on vacation. It has been going great. We've seen some lovely sights. We picked up 5 bottles of wine to bring home, that kind of thing. So
6 of them were spiced.
yeah, exactly. So what are you actually trying to tell your handler?
There is a significant amount of heroin being dealt in addition to what we are here to look after. It is also of unnatural origins. I stole a shit ton of it, and if you want to look at it, it's at this ditch by the airport where we buried it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whatever the tradecraft equivalent of that is. Yeah.
We drank a lot of rum and passed out in the ditch.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and sleep and get back on this fucking plane. It's like half cultists. Could really use some fucking help.
One fucking French photographer.
But until then, I'm gonna
Clearly,
take a fucking nap.
Clearly, the French photographer is the biggest threat.
That is true.
So yeah, your flight takes off at 10 p.m. Like I said, you landed at 5 a.m. So not quite a full day, but
Couple
yeah,
hours of burglary.
yeah.
And,
So yeah, you got back there. You got there around 10, so you got 12 hours.
So
to kill.
maybe we should all reconnoiter for dinner or something and just explain what we've all seen today.
I definitely take a few hours with the chest of drawers pushed up against the door. And
Yeah.
my belt tied around the window so it won't open. And try and sleep with a gun under my pillow.
Yeah. What about you, Nelson? Same treatment, the same room, or a different room?
Yeah. I also rest. You know what? Eli needs his privacy. Yeah, so I get my own room. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we could all get our own room.
Sure. Yeah.
And as he's leaving, I'm like, Nelson, stay the fuck out of my head.
Got it.
All
I
right.
won't dream about you. I won't dream about me.
I went to the gift shop wearing this T-shirt. It's got a mohawk head with sunglasses, a backwards baseball cap. I love this thing.
For the kids back home, yeah. So yeah, like I said, you get back into town at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Like I said, you were walking a long time back with.
Do we have? I guess we have enough signal right now to basically tell them on the.
Actually, on the way back, you do see this is a sheep farming island, as I mentioned. You do see a dead sheep that's had its head blown off.
Not worried about that. So.
Keep on walking.
Yeah, no.
Hey, we're walking like 2 innocent people.
Okay.
Damn deep one cattle rustlers.
Yeah, no, we're just not. That's. We know they're on this island.
There's like a bit of cloth tied to it.
You take a look at Nelson.
You mean Marcus?
Marcus.
just said it's mind blowing.
It's like, yeah.
No, I want Nelson to get out of his room and go take a look at it now.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, it looks like a handkerchief that has DN on it.
DN. That mean anything to you?
So his initials right now are looks like it was cloth. It was.
Oh, it's one of David's handkerchiefs.
So one of my handkerchiefs is on this blown apart sheep.
Mm-hmm.
How weird.
Nice.
It's like
We're going to
some-
have a tradecraft talk about monogramming your handkerchief before your CIA operation. But
Hopefully they don't
Hey, come on, James Bond.
Anyway.
James Bond was a shitty spy too.
That's true.
the terrorists your fucking card? Yeah.
But no, I want to send both of them a message on our once we get within range right now
Sure.
on our us like on our signaler.
Wait,
Yeah.
actually, do you have this? Do you have the signal?
Yes.
Yeah.
So do I. We can't. I have the other one.
Yeah, you're just talking to each other.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep.
It's like
10 seconds later, beep, 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 beep. God damn it!
10 seconds later would be weird. Like, this should be instantaneous.
no, I feel like
That's how it's supposed to
actually,
work.
If I feel like going, oh yeah, it's me. I got it.
God damn it!
But there's only one hotel in town.
Yeah, so we were going.
Yeah, basically, there's going to be dinner at the hotel at like 7, and then everyone's supposed to pack, and the bus is supposed to take you there, so you get there, load it up, and leave by 10.
Okay.
Get flying in the air by 10 p.m. So, like, let me know if you want to do anything out of that routine.
Maybe I'll need to rest. So
Yeah.
I'm secure.
The
Yeah,
tattoo-
that was a slightly harrowing flight I did.
Yeah, if you haven't used your refresh for rest, you can do that. That's 3 points in anything you want, including stability. Not health, though. Also, if you have, shrink? Is it shrink or psychotherapy? Psychotherapy. You can use that to restore stability to other characters. Anyway,
I was using. I only lost 2, so
So we can refresh like one ability, or can you spread it across multiple?
3 general abilities or 1 investigative point with the rest. And your motivation, if you acted on your motivation, then that's another 3 points. That's how you refresh things in the middle of
Got it.
an adventure. Yeah.
well, mysteries. I just saw a meeting with a deep one.
Yeah. And you finally saw the mask. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that would definitely qualify.
That's just general abilities, or was it also investigative abilities too? So
It's 3 points of general abilities or 1 investigative point.
one investigative. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
So.
the ratio is usually 3 general equals 1 investigative.
Okay. So
Usually.
cool. So all right.
All right. But yeah, if you can all get your food separately and meet in one of your rooms to conspire in secret. So yeah, if you want to talk about it before you get back on the plane, you can.
Absolutely. So yeah, I let them know about the pictures once we're all back. That's like in the room, whichever room that we're convening in. But I do let them know about figuring out the.
Shit, that fish stuff was fucking real, man.
Unfortunately, yeah,
Yeah, and,
it's been real for quite a while.
and we got some nice shots of it too.
Do not let them know about the. That's like the European cult that apparently Tattoo Man is a part of. So for the Altamira Metatron. So, with it, I also let them know about that's like what we felt right now of like reality shifting, and somehow the air still doesn't taste right to me. But
I'm pretty sure that fish guy made us, but he seemed more bemused by it than anything else.
And he didn't seem like that's like that he told them about us right now, since we're not immediately dead, but I can't discount it.
All right, so we know who's doing the sale, right? It's got to be whoever's in 9C. Whatever.
Tattoo guy.
It's the tattoo guy. It is absolutely him.
All right, so that's all we got to do. We
that's
just
like-
got to stick with him. We got to get somebody to see the drop once we get there, and then that's the mission.
Although I have to warn, I think the big guy is a fish person in disguise.
Okay,
that's
I'm
the
not
only-
doubting you. I had to talk with him in a drink.
That sounds about right.
Did he look the same, or was he?
I know, but I knew it was him. I don't know how to explain that. Nelson was there.
He asked me what my mother's name was, and I told it to him. And then when he walked off the plane, he remembered the dream. So I assumed the dream was very real too.
So that's our main concern, right?
Yeah.
We're not made with the smugglers. We've fucked up their bag, and we've gotten something for the team.
We might be slightly.
How?
We passed by a sheep that seemed to have been beheaded violently.
Well, shot.
Or shot, and its head was blown off. It had David's handkerchief on it.
I don't understand it either.
Do you have your handkerchief? Is it missing?
Well, then you asked me for the handkerchief earlier.
Well, you have more than one, and one of you count your handkerchiefs. You are missing one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So the tradecraft implication is someone went through your bag, David.
All right. Well, that's not good. But there's nothing in your bag, right?
Well, I haven't been looking in my
Well,
bag.
then let's thoroughly search.
No, you brought a gun.
Well, then let's make sure nothing was tampered with your bag otherwise.
All right, I will make this investigation when appropriate.
All right. Just assume they're all armed. We got to stick in the same seats, or they're going to make all of us. So we got the communicators. If you see anything, but I think the main thing is stay the fuck awake.
Agreed.
That should be our main concern. You all are we taking any trucker speed? Any go juice?
That's
Crank?
Are there any basically? Is there a drugstore on here? That's one that we can possibly get. Yeah, that or Benny's or something.
Yeah, I'm looking for the Easter Island's finest methamphetamines.
That would be a streetwise spend.
I will do that.
I'm ordering mine now.
I'll be down in the kitchen, boys.
Yeah, that's actually a good place to go
Yep.
for drugs. That's where the dealer is. He works in the kitchen. He's the busboy.
The dishwasher?
Well, okay, yeah.
You might as well have an office.
Yeah. You get trucker speed for everybody.
It's going to be a great fight. Grinding my teeth. 5,000 fleet. Awesome. Yeah.
All right. So, all right. You have that, and
We got 4 truck speeds, 2 chloroform bottles left.
I mean, honestly,
or what I call a good night in Vegas.
Yeah.
Hunter Thompson. Yeah.
I mean, at this point right now, like I said, we know what's going on. We just have to watch him to see who he's going to hand it off.
Yeah, we just got to make sure he doesn't. We also know what case it's in.
Yeah, he's
So
also
we got to make sure that we don't lose sight of him. But otherwise, we don't have to be casing the entire place again. We just got to make sure we don't drink anything not given to it. We don't see prepared. Don't eat anything. I got some peanuts. I stole some.
Yeah.
But that's gonna have to be it for the rest of the flight. Don't eat anything. Don't go anywhere with anybody.
Also, we might want to keep an eye on him in Santiago. That's where he's claiming he's going.
Yes, he is the main primary, but there's a significant number of other dangers on the plane. Mm-hmm. So you got to keep yourself safe enough to do that. Okay. I don't think they got Marcus or me made, so we've still got options. But apparently they got their eyes on both of you.
Yeah.
I'd expect them all to be rearmed.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
we still are.
If there's anything else?
With that. Oh, also, I know it probably would be going slower, but I'd rather it get out too. Because I'm assuming they have international mail here as well.
Sure.
Is there a way to send out the film So back over to it.
To mail it now? Yeah, you can mail it
Yeah,
now.
put it in a box.
Yeah, have like our handler address right now because we have.
You can also leave it at the hotel and just have whoever comes to pick up cocaine and heroin.
Yeah, hair and the essential salts. Yeah.
That's true. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can put a. Do you want a dead drop or do you want to mail it?
Let's go ahead and dead drop it. Just because that might be less interceptable. So.
Yeah, you set up a dead drop. You have tradecraft.
I do. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that competently. You don't have to spend for it. But yeah, it's not guaranteed. But it's the other option is keeping it with you. So
just in case. We have evidence that can actually get back to
someone else's mission now,
not ours.
Yeah.
There's a reason we didn't go into that cove.
Yeah. So all right, the bus comes around. You all load on.
So like play it cool, like say, back in the plane. Oh.
You're at the front of the plane.
No, it's like let's get back on that plane.
Okay, yeah.
Say after doing a line off a fucking hand dryer.
You're gonna wait till you're in the air before you did the trucker speed. You just jumped the gun. All right.
Well, I've never done it before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're the first person on the plane. You're strapped in, ready to go.
Some of us.
Come on.
I'm ready to fly these friendly skies. Yeah.
Do a loop.
If you don't, I'll do one.
Try to skip the fucker before you take off.
Jesus. So you get all on the plane, and everyone can give me a sense trouble check.
Yay.
Wow, the skill I thought I should have refreshed.
I know. I understand the purpose of this skill.
Oh, I still have
I hate how it's named because every time I'm like, I sense it. I know it's there.
Nice.
Oh, difficulty 5.
6 made it.
6.
Okay.
Good thing I spent 1.
I make it. I spent 3 and
All right.
5.
All of you see a green light coming in the sky, passes over the plane, and actually you don't. Woo! Yeah, but all of you. But that's it. Nobody goes to sleep. You're all up on trucker speed, and
You damn right we are.
Except our friend. He's also awake. So.
And
I'll be aggressively doing a crossword puzzle.
the rest of the flight goes very fast. It doesn't drag at all. You land in Santiago very quickly.
Good God! No, this is the secret to air
They're
travel.
not up to any shit. They're not like trying to get
No.
Nelson into the lavatory or okay.
So you do have to go through passport and customs once you get in Santiago, but you can see them make it, or you have to get when you get into Santiago, and actually that goes pretty quickly too, and you get to LAX very the rest of the flight is very smooth, and when you get to passport control though, each of you is taken in for immigration offices. So we'll just do this for each of you.
In LA?
In LA, yeah. So, yeah, checking. But one thing is all of you you lose sight of the tattooed man and the large man once you get into immigrations because there's, lots of flights coming in, lots of people. It's very busy. And you can't tell if you're ahead or behind at this point. You've lost sight of them. So the only place is like once you get out of immigrations, you can wait outside and see who's passing and catch them there, and also look around and see if
So we gotta get through as fast as we can.
Yeah.
that would be ideal for making sure that you haven't missed the buy. So we'll do this each in turn. So I forgot, are you traveling under your own name or a fake name?
I was traveling under a fake name.
Okay, so
Oh, no, wait, was that your... we'll say so, yeah.
So the immigration officers, yes. You can just make up a name. What's your fake name?
Oh, let's see. Sally. Sally Chan. So.
Sally Chan. Yeah. I'm sorry. There's some problems with this. What's your business in the U.S.?
So it's like I'm a resident right now. I'm just coming back from a trip. So.
Huh. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to check this.
Do you really? Yeah. It's like I don't need to be a bother on that point, but I've been through at least 5 other customs right now where we've done the exact same thing. The thing of it is that I'm, obviously, that's like I am immigrated here as well, but I have my husband right now give a full name and backstory on that. So
Is he here at the airport? Is he coming to meet people?
No, it's like that's like no, I'll be getting a cab right now because he's out on business at this point. So
I'm sorry, we can't, unless we can verify it here, we can't just let you go. So, unless you have some sort of Is there someone, what kind of business is it? So he starts asking these questions and you realize this is good. You've been pulled aside. This is going to be an investigation. You may even be detained unless you do something.
I still have points in CIA, so I can give credentials right now to basically pull out and say, like, look, here's the deal. This is what we're hunting other people. We're basically doing a transport of very sensitive documents this right now. Here's the information. I'll give you specific clearances that will go through.
Sure.
So,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Of course. We'll do whatever we can to help.
I cannot tell you at this point right now. This is obviously classified, but you never saw me. You never seen me at this point.
No, you sail right through.
Yeah.
After that. Meanwhile, Nelson, were you using your real name or a fake name?
Yeah, fake name.
Fake name? All right, civilian. Same thing happens to you, actually. You're pulled aside. I'm sorry, there's some irregularities with your passport. We're going to have to verify some of this information. Can you state your name, address, date of birth? Which you did memorize that information, but he's like, well, okay, we're going to have to make some calls to see if, and you've just been pulled, someone, so, yeah, if you have knowledge of bureaucracy.
I'm FBI. I just show my FBI shit.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Of course, please. Yeah. Let you go.
Yeah, we have 5 points of get out of jail free bureaucracies.
Yeah. But Eli, same thing.
Yeah, I suppose I had a fake name. Yeah, I just tell him, I'm BNDD. Mm-hmm. You gotta let me through right now.
Easy. Yeah. All right. So once you get...
Nothing for me?
No.
Okay, then.
So once you're through the terminal, you're in the pilloried hall of the new International Arrivals building, the gleaming temple of the new jet set. The concourse is crowded with travelers. Gina, your dad is here.
What?
Yeah, he has a little suitcase, and he's like, oh, hey, I wanted to come down to see you.
Dad, I was like, see me? What are you talking about? So,
I was coming to see you. You're back. I wanted to see you.
Like, no, we both live in San Francisco. What are you doing?
Well, I know, but, I wanted to come and visit.
From LAX.
Yes. Is that so? Aren't you happy to see me?
Yeah, but I have to go at least get my
You see the tattooed man in the distance.
Luggage right now, so I'll be right back, but I have to take care of some things beforehand. Okay, so I'll be right back.
God. You two also see the tattooed man heading on the far side of the hall, heading into the parking lot. Outside, it is dusk and oddly chilly for LA. I assume you're also following after the tattooed man. You see him, the tattooed man, heading towards a car, a black 1957 Ford Country sedan that's clearly waiting for him. Engines running, headlights glowing in the darkness. So are the three of you running, stealthing towards it, trying to get just a better vantage position to watch the buy?
Yeah, I mean... Whatever skill I got to roll to make sure that I'm within the sight to see this shit go down.
All right. You don't have to roll, because before you can do that, all three of you hear something coming from behind you. And I forgot, do any of you have a... Actually, I don't think any of you do. All right. So, yeah, you see one of the things from the jungle of Laos. Well, the thing that came out of the plantation, actually, in the Rungsat swamp.
The alligator thing?
Yes. It's coming towards all of you. What are you going to do?
In the parking structure?
Yeah. It's
Hope
pushing
I wore
down
my
cars.
stomping boots.
Well, are you running or are you going to fight?
Is anyone else reacting to this monstrous beast drawing down on us?
I mean, the parking lot's empty aside from you three.
I'm sprinting away, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, this is... We barely got away with our lives the last time, no.
All right. All three of you wake up.
Fuck.
You're on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marcus, Eli. Sorry.
You actually fell. Wait, you fell asleep? How the hell did you do that?
Wanted to know our credentials. The bastard.
It's messaging up to both the Marcus and Eli. It's like, did you...
My speed.
Well,
Does it do nothing?
Stupid human drugs.
yes. Human drugs.
Amphetamines, you failed me today.
Yeah.
Good money for that.
Did you dream that we had landed? I'm just messaging up to the front.
She wants to know, did you dream that we landed?
totally blown.
The three of you realize you didn't see Marcus in the dream.
Withered Marcus.
Like, did I miss something?
Well, Marcus hasn't entered a dream state at all yet, has he? Like, ever. Not yet.
What do you mean, like, almost
Your
suspicious?
third eye must be peeled open.
Like, almost suspiciously so.
It's not suspicious. Well, I know exactly what you did.
You know nothing.
All right. Well, I don't see the ghoul, so we can... We're still good, so... We're the distraction now. We're made. He knows what we're doing. He doesn't know that we know that supernatural shit's real. I didn't say any of that, did you?
No.
They know our names, so that's bad. But, okay, yeah, behave like we think the plan's still on. But the goal is to get him tracked with Marcus once we land and see the spot go down.
Agreed.
So if there's security, we pull them off. If there's tails, we lead them away. That's the best strategy, because I doubt there's anything he needs to know about us that he doesn't already know.
Marcus, there is one interesting thing you did notice. While all that was happening, while they were having their little, forced nap, you did notice that shortly before they woke up, the tattooed man went up to first class and passed a note to Sarti.
Okay. I will relay that.
Okay.
4B.
Like, kill that person immediately.
Of course, looked at the note and then put it in his pocket.
We do still have 2
coat
more
jacket.
balls of chloroform, so...
So
Yeah.
where are we at officially? Are we still on the
Yeah.
way to Santiago?
Yes, you're on the way to Santiago. You're going to land in Santiago soon.
All right. I don't know what else to do.
Okay, you land.
Yeah.
And let's see here. You can tell Sarti is actually pretty relaxed. He's obviously... And let's see here. And let's see here. You, as they start going through passport control, Marcus or Eli, you can make a 1 point notice spin if you haven't noticed.
I have one. I'll spend it.
You notice that Sarti passes a note to the passport control supervisor. And he is... So, do you want to make a tradecraft spin?
Yes.
All right. If he's passing a note to the passport control supervisor, he could be passing names of certain people. The tattooed man gave names to Sarti, who's now giving them to the passport control supervisor. So, he doesn't know what you look like, but he knows your names. So, if you can have a different name, he won't. Whatever he's told to do won't happen. Well, of course, your name is probably not on that list, but the others, yeah.
So as going up, I say like, they probably have your probably just gave your fake names to the controller. But do you have other names you could use?
We can go through the real passport, so...
Yeah.
So that's a risk, but still, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Yeah, you can do that. So with that, you go through, Marcus, first. Go right on through, waiting for your flight. Eli, gotta use your real name?
He knows my real name, though, right? Dreams? Because isn't that what we all use to get through security fast?
Tradecraft, he had to give a name to him. You can't say it's this guy or this guy. He's like, he probably gave him your fake name.
Yeah, I gotta go with something I have paperwork on me, though, so I guess I'll go with my real name, yeah.
Okay. You go through.
Yeah, give them my real passport. So.
Nelson, you were taken aside, though. Apparently.
You have that look about you.
Well, they really want you, and they also, you realize they probably looked at you, found your real ID in your bag and looked at it, so.
We said we removed the gun from Nelson's bag once we realized they went through his handkerchiefs. Okay.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I'll have it in my bag.
So Nelson is detained. So, but
We have 5 points of bureaucracy for get out of jail. from a previous job.
You do. So we're going to be doing 2 scenes. The rest of you get to go to LAX. For real this time, you think? You hope.
Who knows?
We're going to Buenos Aires first?
Yeah, sorry. Buenos Aires. Actually, that scene happens at Buenos Aires. I just said Santiago because, yeah. Sorry for those listening at home. That's supposed to happen at Buenos Aires, but there's too many stops on this flight.
Destroyed now.
Yeah, it doesn't really change the game. You go on to LAX and you're fine. Sarti does get off at Buenos Aires. He is not finishing the fight, but the tattooed man and the bodyguard are, and so the other smugglers. And let's see here. You are detained unless, and you're being interrogated. So are you carrying any suspicious? Are you carrying anything that is illegal or contraband with you?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of. Why wouldn't you? Did someone else pack your bags?
No, I packed it.
Okay, so if I search your bags, I won't find anything.
Oh, you might. I don't know what's in it.
Why wouldn't you know?
I got it from someone else.
I've been in the air for 100 hours.
I'm not sure who I am.
Actually, could I make a phone call? I want to use my CIA connection. There's got to be some guy out here.
Yeah. All right, you start calling ranks, and they
CIA in South America in the late 60s.
What?
70s. Never! We would never interfere in those fledgling democracies.
So you are obviously not going to be held there forever, but you are going to miss that flight. So, yeah.
I'm kind of jealous. David Nelson.
So there's one more stealth check to keep the tattooed man in sight. In actual LAX, difficulty 5, it is a group check.
Right. We'll spend...
I'll spend 2.
3.
Okay.
I'll spend 1.
Actually, you two cannot piggyback. You have to do it separately because you are blown. But Marcus... Okay. So, yeah, all of you have to do it separately.
Okay.
But if you have streetwise tradecraft, you can spend that as well.
Spend the rest of my...
Sorry, I spent that. Oh, wait, I'll spend my 2, and then I will spend 1 of my leftover pity points, so...
Right.
Okay.
I'll spend 1 of my tradecraft.
All right, yep, that gives you +3 to the roll.
And good thing I spent stealth and that. Okay, so...
5.
All right.
12.
Damn, all right.
Damn, son!
You see the handoff.
For some reason, you hid...
Yeah, you Assassin's Creed it, yeah.
No, dude, you hid inside his bag.
You see the handoff. It's very smooth. These are both experienced operators. They're each carrying a briefcase, different types. One, the buyer is older looking man. He's carrying like a 1930s style attorney's case, and they just switch. There's no sound. Obviously, but they switch and just walk in opposite directions.
I have time to get pictures of them before that.
You have a point of photography, right? You haven't spent any.
That has no. It hasn't been spent.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Get clear photo references, and that of his car, a black 1957 Ford Country sedan. And you have what you need to, but he's going to get in that car and drive away. And, that's ideal to,
Told us to do.
Yep. But...
Picture, know where it took place.
Yeah.
Knew it was in the case.
Yeah. You succeeded.
All right.
So...
Looking around also to make sure my father actually isn't here.
He's not. You do whenever you call him next. He says, I dreamed about you. We met at the airport.
Oh, so I guess you just thought...
You walked away from me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's obviously something I never do. So, I'm like I said, if I saw you, I definitely would stay. So,
well, that wasn't a dream. That would have been
I guess that means we actually need to take a trip together. So... Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you also, I will give everybody a point of stability because you did get the essential salts off the market and have gained a lot of information on that. And they will figure out who the buyer is, but they also have the car and the license plate, which gives them a lot of information to work with.
Actual photographic evidence of Deep One.
that helps quite a bit with Delta Green. They don't share that. They do recover everything at Easter Island. So, and you eventually you're just there a day later. You're just detained a day and off you go. Mission successful. So
Burn all planes down.
Yeah. And yeah, Marcus wasn't messing with the luggage or anything the entire operation, so he wasn't suspected. He was just like, I'm just going to sit up front and courier messages and do things like
Cover
that.
for the drunken pilots. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Look, you gotta specialize.
Yeah.
Somebody sit and make sure the plane doesn't crash.
I also did that. Yes.
The rest of us steal luggage.
Yeah, and get suspected. Yeah, you were the distraction.
It was my first time flying a 707.
Yeah, so that's Operation Horus Hours. And yeah, questions, comments.
I like how uncomfortable it actually felt the entire time. And really, that you had to be as careful as humanly possible because it wasn't just a stealth as an option.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, it's very stealthy, but like, yeah.
Maybe this is intended in the way this system is run, but it really feels like all these skills are just like keys on a ring, and I'm like, that one, that one, and I got 80 keys. One of them has to work, Ross. You'll get tired of me being like, can I use this? I just feel like I got 18 get out of jail cards, which is fine.
Yeah. I mean, that is how it's supposed to work, because the thing is, you're facing overwhelming opposition. If you didn't have all those keys, you'd be like dead already. Like,
sure.
It's a very different field. Yeah.
Yeah, Shane asked me to run this in the Delta Green system, and oh my god, I don't know how we're gonna get through the first 2 sessions.
The first two
so
sessions.
Many gunfights.
Yeah.
High stakes scenarios.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. So we will.
This is the first one that I was like, yeah, I could probably adapt this pretty easily.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is like.
This is a real box.
Once you get past the can of height and gun stuff, it's fine. Yeah. Well, you guys chose to make Saigon super explodey, but
Hey, and it fucking works.
that's true.
I would like to go.
I'm not dead. I didn't go in that fucking basement.
I was in that dream,
Yeah,
just talking to the guildman. I was like, dude, look, I've been on a plane for over 100 hours. Talking to you is the least weird
is
thing I'm
great.
thinking about.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
I
now.
love court speech. Stretch my legs.
Maybe it worse right now is just the whole line on Easter Island where we're just walking behind the entire time saying, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Yeah, if you failed any of those stealth checks,
That was going to be bad.
I mean, no, they weren't going to kill. Like the guy with the rifle was, and he was looking for you, but he was told to warn you not to kill you because a murder at this point would be awkward. So
He could just roll us into the bay with the other boat.
yeah, missing passenger would be like, where did the passenger go? And that would raise a lot of questions. And this is a smuggling route; they're not supposed to get attention.
Fair.
So they would just be like, oh, sorry, thought you were a varmint. I was hunting eagles. Yeah.
Without a license.
Well,
Where eagles dare.
yeah, he doesn't. This is 60s. They don't have licenses for shit. Yeah. But you avoided him with all those good spends. And but they were using the Hugh mask as just a way to ferret out information from you. So
Good job.
yeah. But they thought the passport control would be enough. But you figured out in time to swap identities and
You didn't count on me.
Yeah.
The fact that we're given future visions.
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, you would have had to try and watch the buy by yourself, which you probably would have been able to do because you had a bunch of points to spend and no one suspected you of anything. So
No, actually,
yeah.
I did not. I did not have a lot of stealth left.
Yeah, well, it was.
But try to have trade crafts.
Yeah. So I believe the next mission is in Turkey. So that will be De Profundus.
Which will start next month.
Yep. No, excavating inside in Turkey. No, we'll just pick it up next week because we can. Yeah.
It's been a while between games.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can do it next week. Yeah.
I'm all good.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, thank you all for listening.
Excellent.
And be sure to check out Hebanon Open Game Design because by the time you listen to this, the Red Markets beta is probably going to open for a while. So,
Yes.
Please play it. But we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
All right.